Right, natural minor scale. Basically that was a demonstration of A natural minor scale. The pattern sounds like this, rooted from the 5th fret on the E string. Now, which note you start on determines what key the natural minor scale is played in. So we're starting it on the 5th fret on the E string, so that makes it an A natural minor. If we wanted to make this a G minor, all we would do would be to start on a G on the E string. If we wanted to make it a B minor, we would start on a B on the E string. So all you need to know is the notes up the E string, up to the 12th fret, and you can basically start this natural minor scale pattern in any key, depending on what note you start on. So, for instance, if you wanted a B minor, 7th fret, G minor, 3rd fret, yeah? So we did it in A, so that's the 5th fret. The pattern is attached to this video, so play around with it, see what sort of sounds you can get. If you want to look at chords to use with it, obviously we're playing in A, so it's going to be a natural minor chord in A minor. Chords that would go with that: G major, F, major 7. They're the chords I used. Also I'm doing sort of a hammer-on thing with my first finger there, bringing the open B string into the C note. the techniques I'm using within the scale kind of bring out the melody out of the scale. You can basically play through a scale in a really boring way and still get a sound out of it. But what we want to do is kind of bring out some real sort of feeling and emotion. So to do that out of the scale, we need to use a lot of dynamics and a lot of different methods or techniques. One of the things I was using was a hammer-on and pull-off. So say we're playing around within the scale pattern here. I'm using vibrato and I'm using a hammer-on technique. So basically I'm just playing the first note, playing the second note, and then just hammering this finger on to the third note. Getting some vibrato. Another thing I was using was octaves. So anywhere in the scale, if you play a note, you can also play the octave of that note. So say we're here on the C note, on the G string. To find the octave, you miss a string and go up 4 frets. Yeah? So that makes an octave. And what I'm doing is I'm playing both notes at the same time, or fractionally, just fractionally off the same time, like that. No one first. And then what you can do with them is sort of use them to slide around and create a sort of jazzy sort of sound like this. So. Yeah. Another thing I was using the octaves for was sort of string skipping through the scale. So if you start on this note here, the top of the pattern, top of the scale, use the octave there, then play that note, find the octave again, that note, find the octave. So you get like an octave rundown through the scale. These are ways of looking outside the box, kind of getting outside the scale, not just thinking of it as a pattern to play from one note to the next, actually taking an overview of the scale and jumping out of the box, using little arpeggios within the scale. For instance, the scale runs through like that from the G to the E string. So what we can do is just pick out one note from each of those strings and create a little triad style arpeggio. And then we can slide up. So it would be like a chord really. But we're going to separate the notes. Yeah. Then we can also run through the scale but in different combinations. So we can say, instead of going just straight, we can go and kind of break the scale up a little bit. So you can do sort of 3s, 4s, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then start from the second note, 1, 2, 3, 4, then the third note, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you get this. And using these ways of breaking up the scale is how we can generate melody and emotion out of the scale for improvisation and also for composition as well. So I'm going to do another little demo, kind of go over some of these techniques I've been using. See if you can get a hold of the scale, start playing it, getting to grips with it, and then start trying to use some of these different techniques to kind of get out of the box and generate some kind of original sound. Really try to concentrate on pulling the dynamics out of the scale. So don't just play at one volume, one level all the time, like loud or quiet. Try and combine it. So take it from quiet to loud and back again.